This conference will now be recorded.
Good evening, everyone. So, till today we were learning of Excel. Whatever related options we have to work on a tableau, those related options we have learned in Excel. Now, after that, we also learned what is report connection, how to use a pivot table, and how the chart works. So everything was a manual task which we were doing it. Okay, report connection and everything. The same thing, how it is going to work in our Tableau, that we will be seeing from today. So that means from today we will be using Tableau. Okay, if you have already installed the software, no problem, well and good. Okay, if in case you want to install it, then go for this desktop Tableau download. Okay, desktop Tableau download. You will get download Tableau desktop. Just click on this. It will ask you for a few details. Give whatever you want. Okay, fill these details. After filling all these details, you can download the free trial version. This will be valid for 14 days. This will be valid for 14 days. You can use it for 14 days, no problem. After that, if you still want to continue, again delete the history of your downloads and even the Google history also. Then again search for the same information, give different details and then download it. Okay, for the next 14 days of classes. So this is how you can download. If not, I'm fine, I just need to practice, I don't have to save this file and all. In that case, you can go for, instead of desktop, you can go for Tableau Public. Okay, you can go for Tableau Public download. Okay, so you can go for Tableau Public download. Even this is the same option, and the problem here is you will not be able to save it. Whatever work you can do, you can do it. You cannot save it. In case if you will save, it will be saved in the cloud. Which cloud? Of the Tableau website. Okay, so you can try this download. These are the two options which you have for downloading the Tableau. Okay, sorry, I think I have not shared you my screen. Okay, let me show you again. Have to go to the website, search for Tableau Desktop Download. Tableau Desktop Download. So you will get a option Tableau Desktop Download Tableau. So I'm going for this. Once you search for this, it will show you the screen. The first name, last name, just random fill some information. There is no compulsion that you have to give your mail ID itself. Randomly, you can choose 1 to 20 employees, department, I'll take analyst, job role, analyst. Okay, so like this, some random number you give it and click on this download option. Once after downloading, then you can go for this. See, business mail ID at the rate gmail.com, yahoo.com, something you have to give. So once you give that, it will open another screen from where you can download it. If not, you can go for Tableau Public also. This is what you will be downloading it. Okay. Now what we will work? We will start using a Tableau. Okay. Let me show you my screen. See, this is the software which I have installed, Tableau, the version of 2019. If you have already download this latest version, yes, no problem, you can use it. Okay, I'm using 2019 version of Tableau. Okay, and I've shared you some files as office supply, amazing mart, sales, sales sample superstore, stock summary, student admission data. These are the files I have shared you. So what I did, I just created a folder as MCC dataset and I have saved in this. So the files whichever I have given to you, make sure you download everything, keep it in one folder on the desktop. I'll give you 2 minutes, you can do it, so that I'll start with this topic. these are the files which I've shared you. I want you to download all these things. Download and keep it. Then I'll start with this. How to import, how we are going to work. All these things we will see. I'll give you 2 minutes. Finish it. Then I'll start with the class. Hope you all have downloaded the datasets. Yes? No? Reply me. Good to see your response. Now what we will do? We will start importing this data to our Tableau. So this is the software, the package which I have. I'm opening the Tableau app. Okay. So this is the thing. Now in this, how I will bring the data source. Connect option you can see. So file here also to bring the new data. Already saved files we have. Open control and to open a new Tableau screen. Open the existing one which I've already worked and I would have saved it. Then hide the start page. So hide this page, pasting, exiting from this. Okay. Now other than that, here you have a connect. So data also you have a paste and then help option. Now in this connect, you have from the file format or directly from the server. Directly from the server you bring the data. Right? So now what I have to do from this server, if I'm bringing a data, I can go for this connect to my server IP address login and but since we are not going to connect to the server, we will work on this file option. Now on which file we can work? So I've already shared you some set of file on that we can work. If not, we can also work on this data, saved data source. What is the saved data source? It is a files which is given by the Tableau for our practice. We don't have to go and search or work on something. So what we are having a file here readily available. You can use this. The same sample superstore only I've shared with you in this data set. But I have downloaded from the web page, the one which I'll be using, kaggle.com. So all this office supply, amazing sample superstore is from the kaggle.com, and this I have created manually. I have typed it. Okay, the text file I have typed it. Okay, now what I want, I have this Tableau now available. Okay, data source. Now see, what I did is I've just selected that sample superstore. I've selected that sample superstore. Let me do that once again. Now I will click on this. I have not created any workbook, so there is no workbook. That means I have not saved any Tableau file, so I have nothing here. Once I save, it will display here. Okay. Now what I have an option. I have an option here, sample superstore. I'll click on this. I'm just double clicking on it. So once I click on it, see I'm getting a sheet 1 where I will start working. I'll explain the sheet later. Still I'm going back for this data source. What is this data source? So you have here three sheets: order, people, returns. In which in sample superstore data you have a three tables, or you can say the same thing in a three names: order, people, return. Either you can go with the table or with this returns. Now what information I'm having in this order? See, if I am not getting any information, see, I have no information here. There is no data selected. In the sample superstore, I need a orders. I'll drag and drop it here. Now what happened? It says me row ID, order date, ship mode, segment, customer name, right? Customer name, customer ID, all this details, city, and what is the category, how much sales has happened, all this information we are having in this. Okay, based on this data, we will be creating a visualization. Whether this sales what I have, do I have a sales return? Might be I may have a return, so I'll drag this return and drop it here. Now see, in the last option, you have a order ID, whether it is returned or not. Okay, I'll remove this sheet, order sheet, so that we will see only this return sheet. In a return sheet, I have whether the goods has been returned or not. Yes, no. Okay. In this, all are yes status for which order ID it was returned. This information I'm having. Okay. Let me remove this. Now again, I take this order. Now see this. Do you have a return option? We don't have a return option. The last option is sales, quantity, discount, and then profit. Now I take this return and drop it here. Okay, now what happened after the sales, quantity, discount, and profit? I'm getting this return table updated here, whether it is returned, for which order ID it is written, and the profit ratio automatically is getting updated for the calculation. And if you see this, there is two circles. These circles are called as joins. What is joins? So this white one. So first circle and second circle. First circle is of order. Second circle is of a returns. In this too, the common field here is you can see here. Okay, first table in this, the common field is order ID. In returns, in this, the common field is order ID. Both are having order IDs. Okay, so in this, whichever the type of joints you choose, according to that, the table will be arranged. See, returns is in, see what happened. Left all the first table, order data I will be getting with the common details. Only this outer details, that is yes, no, will come in the last option. Look here. Okay, if I take right, now what happened? See, this order ID, what I was having, that common details, with that I'm getting. And see, here also, first return details, then I'm getting this order ID. Whichever the type of joint you take, you no need to worry. Only thing is you have to understand that the first table information and second table information with the common information you are having. So what does this say joins? If you remember the last class, that is yesterday's class, we had a two table list of orders and order breakdown. Both were having a different headings. I have even purposely have changed the headings. So it was having a issue saying that the model was not created when I used to select the information from one table and in from the another table. So that was a problem. So same thing here also. Here both the table is having a common information, that is ID. So for that all the information is generated. Suppose I want the people. Who are these people? So I'm getting here people updated. Let's go for the last one. Okay. In this people information, what is common? I'll go for this people information. What is common? Person and region. Okay. Person and then region. Who is this person then? People. See, this is from the people. You can see within a bracket. Who is the person? The seller or your customer. Okay. Customer name you have. Here you have a person. So in which region, who is the salesperson? So salesperson for each region it has been given. So if you are going to connect this data, you can connect like this and check. So what I did is, in your file, I'll show you once again. I'm not saving this. Tableau.
Ma'am,
Yes, ma.
when I uploaded the data, it's only showing me the order the sheet. It's not showing me the return and the other sheets.
Are you using the sample data in the latest one? Means did you download a desktop version?
And I'm doing it on the web.
So because in a latest they have given only one page. No need to worry. Even when I'll be teaching, I'll be using only order. I'll not use return and this. Okay. Now this time I'll show you with the other options. So see, I have this Excel file. Okay, Microsoft Excel workbook, P6 Amazing Mart. This data set I will bring. Okay, so how to bring this data? Instead of sample superstore, I'll use this data. Microsoft Excel on a desktop. I've created as MCC dataset. In this, I have P6 Amazing Mart. I'll open this. Now see, I have this list of orders and order breakdown. The same file which I have used in yesterday's class for working on pivot table. So see here, order ID in the list of orders, order breakdown, order IDs. Okay, both are having same information, but this time I'm not changing the name. Directly I'll import and show you when the names are same. When the names are different, then what to do, that also we will see. So list of orders. Now see, you can see these details get updated, the table information. Now I'll take this order breakdown. Now see, joins has been created, that is your data model has been created. Okay, with the common information. See, so all these options, order ID, see from order breakdown. From here it is order breakdown, product name, discount, sales, profit, quantity, category, subcategory. From here, from this option, it is your order breakdown. Okay, so this is an option. Suppose if I want to remove this, I'll remove this. Now you can see till latitude and longitude only you have this information. You have this information. Okay. So now what I will do, since both are having, see, since both are having same thing, order ID, you can see here it is order ID, here also order ID. The information as soon as I bring the joins as created. What if I change the field heading? You try this. So I'll show you next step when how to change the field heading and do it. Okay. So I'll show you one step again. You try this, then I will do it again. Okay. I'll open a tableau. Microsoft Excel workbook. So on desktop, I have saved a file as MCC dataset in that P6 Amazing Mart. Open. As soon as I open, you can see a connection, that is P6 Amazing Mart has been connected. Microsoft Excel. I'll take this list of order. So this file is been created. Okay, it's been bought. Now I'll take order breakdown. So these two are having a connection. Common field is order ID from the first table. From the second table, order breakdown. Order ID is a common field. Just try this, then I'll tell you how to do when we have a different headings. Try this, then I'll show you the next step.
When I tried it, it's saying that there is no matching fields.
In this, okay, that means I think you are using the one which we have used for the pivot table. Might be that. Again, I have resent today also, because in that you will have two different IDs. I've given a two different IDs. One place I've given as ID, the other place I've given it as ID only. One place it is order ID, in another sheet it is ID. So I'll show you that if you are having a different IDs. Okay, Shalini, am I audible to you? Can you see the screen also?
Yes, ma'am. Now it's clear.
So did you all try the step when you have a common field? Yes, no, reply me. If you're still doing, then okay, but still reply me. Listen, everyone. First, in today's WhatsApp, whatever I've sent, start from office supply, P6 Amazing Mart, sales, sample superstore, all these things. In the last, again, I've showed you this P6 Amazing Mart that I have tagged there as pivot table data. And again, in the next data also, I have tagged there saying that it is a Excel working. Don't download those two. You keep it that for your reference. If you're downloading that tag line, you keep it in a separate folder. It is a working which we have done till yesterday. Last two files is just for your reference. Clear? It is only for your reference so that you can see and understand previous classes what we have done. Other than last two which I have sent you today from office supplies. These files you download it, keep it in a folder. Okay. Or if you're getting confused, rename this also. If you want to rename the file also, you can rename it. I'll rename it directly as P6. It is there. So I'm just keeping this as Amazing Mart. Okay, because even on my desktop also, I have kept one file as P6 Amazing Mart, which I have taught you for pivot table. Which I've taught you for the pivot table. So this thing, what I'll do, this one also, I am going to rename it, saying that as pivot table. Now what I need in this MCC dataset desktop folder, I have here Amazing Mart. Amazing Mart. In this, I have a two sheets, list of order and order breakdown. Thus, we are going to import it. Okay, the order ID, order date, customer name, city, country, region, segment, ship ship date, ship mode, state, latitude, longitude information. Here, what information I'm having, what is the order ID, when was the order placed, from whom it was placed, from which place it was placed, an order, and when did we send the goods. When did we send? So we have a place information, when, where, and then on which date we have sent goods. This information we have. But how many goods, how much quantities, what is the rate, this and all we don't have. So those information is available in order breakdown. So what is the discount I have given, what is the sale, what is the product name, how many quantities, all this information I'm having here. So now in these two folders, in these two sheets, the common thing what I have is order ID. The common thing which I have is order ID. Okay, so when I import this data to my Tableau, let me open a Tableau. Okay, import the file from the Microsoft Excel on dataset, that is MCC dataset. Amazing Mart. I'll open this. List of order breakdown. Both the sheets I'm drawing here. Now the relationship is being created. So you can see here order ID is equals to order ID. So both the folders which is having a common information is order ID equals to order ID. This is one method which I've taught you till now. Okay. So now what I will do, I'm going to do the same thing but having different field headings. So I'll open this data set. Amazing Mart. I'll go for this enable editing. In the second one, I'll just remove this order. I'm just going to keep it as ID. I'll save this, close it. So first folder, first sheet, list of orders, list of orders. This is having an information of order ID, but the heading is order ID. Okay, heading is order ID, and here heading is only ID for the order placed. So field heading is different. Headers name is different. Now what I'll do, I'll bring this data set to my tablet, which is having a different headings. Import the data from the Microsoft Excel. Amazing Mart. Open. So list of orders, order breakdown. Now what happened? It says there is no common field and it shows me a list. Now here in this list, I'll take a order ID. In the second one, I have a ID. These two are common. Now see, the relationship is been created. That mark which was showing exclamation marks is been removed. So you just need to select from the list what is your ID. So I've selected here order ID and here I've selected ID. So both are having a common information of the relationship is been built, saying that joins. Try this. After trying this, once you finish, let me know. Okay, I'll give you 2 minutes, finish this and tell me. Have you all done it? See, if you don't respond me, then I'll have to just simply continue. Okay, Medini has done. Other than that, other than Medini, who has done? Are you all still working with me? Shravani, okay. Siva, Salma. Okay. So now, what I'll do is, we will do importing of other data. What we have done, we have imported Excel. Amazing Mart is also Excel. The sample superstore was also Excel. Now we will try a different type of file by importing it. Okay. So first thing what I have done here is, so we are importing data from different source. In this, the first one is a sample data set which was available in a Tableau. Second one was Amazing Mart, which we have downloaded from the kaggle.com, and this is in Excel format. Now third one, we will use Office Supply. Office supplies, and this is going to be the CSV file, comma separated value, comma separated value. This is the file which we are going to import it. Okay. Now what I'll do, I'll go for the next step. Okay. Next step. Now I'll just close this again. I'm not saving it. I'm just showing you the importing of data from one format to another format. I'm not saving this file. You can see here Office supplies A comma A comma. If you zoom this and see, you can see it. See here the type of this file, Office supply. It says Microsoft Excel comma separated value file. This file I'm going to import it. Okay, I'm going to import this file. So what I'll do, I'll try to go with this next option. Okay, so again we will open this Tableau. Okay, now here see, I don't have an option saying that CSV. Even when we go for more option, here you have the many options, from which are the options we are going to bring this data. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, since it is a comma is what? Comma plays as a delimiters. It separates up information one to another information. We have to check. So what I will do here, instead of taking all this option, we will take here as text file. Text file. Okay. So now see, as soon as I take a text file, it will show you the CSV file also, and it is also showing the text file also. That means I can import the text file also. Okay, so now what I am doing, I'll go for this option, Office Supply, open. I have a order ID, region, representatives, items, units, unit price. The same thing I'll also show you in the actual file, Office Supply. Okay, so you can see here some features will be lost if the comma delimiter CSV formats. To preserve these features, you can save it in Excel format. So I'm not doing that because I'll be using in CSV only. I have a order date, region, representatives, item, unit price, units. So let me minimize this file. Okay, these are the information I'm having, and let me show you in Tableau also. I'll minimize this. Look at this. What information I'm having here? I'm having the same order ID, region, representative, item, units, unit price. You are also having the same thing. This data we have got it here, and you can see here office supplies CSV. This is only one file. I don't have multiple files, so I just got it one file only. Only one file I have got it. If you have a common files, then you can bring it. Okay. Now what I'll do, I'll close this. I'm not saving the CSV format. I've already imported in the format of CSV and I've shown you. Now it is your part. You try to import the CSV file and tell me. Then I'll show you the text file. Try that and let me know.
Ma'am, on Tableau Public, I could upload it without selecting the data type. So you just upload it as a CSV.
What ma'am? What did you say?
Ma'am, on Tableau Public, it did not
Hmm?
ask me what type of data you want to upload it as. I just chose office supplies, it uploaded as a CSV. So,
Okay. See, once after uploading, it will show you the sheet one. Okay. So instead of going to sheet one, you will have one option here as data source in the bottom. Let me show you. So in this, as soon as you open some data, see sheet one, it will be showing this is the screen. You have an option here as data source. Click on this data source. Now you can see this information. Check that. If you're getting, you let me know.
I'm not getting it.
What now?
No, ma'am, the information is not.
Okay. Do it. After finishing, you tell me.
Ma'am, the data source, nothing popped up. Also, only the first page, as you said, came up for me, the office supplies.
See, in your screen, you will find this option data source. Do you find this data source option?
Yes, ma'am.
Click on it. Click on this data source. Then it will display. Sheet 1 will come when you start working on the dashboard creation, story creation. Data source will show you what data you have. You got this now?
Yes, ma'am. Now my question is, the files, it only showed up the office supply files. It didn't show any other files.
Yeah, because there is only one sheet and I'm using the lowest version and you are using the highest one, so it is directly taking your data. Mine is asking too many questions, so you will have a direct impact when you are working on it. In case if there is any other changes, major changes, you can tell me when we are working it. Now only importing data we are doing it, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Hello.
Zunaria, you have any question? Zunaira Seda? Zunaira Sayed. Okay. You have any question? Okay. Now this time I'll import the text file. Before importing, I'll show you what is there in this file. Okay. So student admission data. See what here is, I have a ID, student ID, first name, last name, their date of birth, which program they have joined, what is the admission status, how much fees did they pay, and what is the total fees, in that how much is paid and what is the balance. So each it is a column. In Excel we will be having a column and rows. How this is going to divide is by using a semicolon. Semicolon plays as a delimiter. So I told you in a CSV it is a comma, in a text it is a semicolon. In this, it can be a semicolon, it can be a hyphen, it can be a colon, it can even be a comma, or it can be a tab which you would have used. Now, as of now, I am having here semicolon. This data we are going to import it. Okay. So now what I'll do, I'll open the Tableau screen. Okay. So text file, I have it here as student admission data open. Now see, I got this data, student ID, first name, last name, date of birth, programs, okay, programs, admission date, total fees, paid, and then a balance. Okay, so these are the information I'm having in it. See, automatically it is taking each and every columns. Each and every columns, it has been separated. Try to import this file. Try to import this file and show. Tell me whether you got this data or not. Did you import this data? Text file? Okay. One response. Good. Fine. So now I'm giving you a task. You try this to do it. Okay, I'm not importing. You will do it. So same admission file only, you open it. You have this downloaded file, right? So open this admission file. Go for replace. Replace. Control H. Control H. Replace the semicolon. Replace the semicolon. Find what? Semicolon. Replace it with we will take which one? How the date is given? Date is given with hyphen. So we will take it as comma. Find semicolon. Replace with comma. Replace all. Now see, you can see here everything is been replaced with comma. Right? So now save this and close it. What I did? Control H, find semicolon, replace with comma, replace all. It is not one, replace all. Then after that, save this. After saving it, now import this data to your Tableau and see whether it is you are able to import this data or not. Have you done it? Did you import it? Yes, good. Now let me show you the same thing. Text file, student admission data, open. Now see, even it was different options was given, still I'm getting the data updated here. Student name, first name, last name, all the data will get updated. See, you can see this information, balance, fees, paid, everything. Suppose I have here first name and then fees, how much it is paid. Since I have changed it, so it is showing me error, but still, I'll show you with the other data. Okay, one, I have saved it, okay, with semicolon. So let me refresh this screen and I'll do it again. Text file, student admission data, open it. Did you get the data? Did you get this data visible here? When you import imported it? Yes, no response me. It is not accepting minimizing. Let me check it out in other options. Did you get the data? Was the data visible for you? At least response for this. Was it visible or not when you tried it? Why no one are responding? In that case, let me just continue. When you don't want to respond, I'll just keep continuing the class. I'm replacing again with a semicolon. Close this, save this, done. Now again I'll try to import and see. Now see, semicolon is supporting, comma is not supporting in my Tableau. Okay. Now next thing, what I'll do, I have another two files, that is stock summary and sales. These two files I'm going to use it together. Okay, in stock summary, I have a product ID, a tab is used, product name, stock quantity, price per unit, total value. These are the columns I have. In this, again I have a sales. In a sales, I have the product ID, sales date, number of units sold, unit price, total sales, and the customer ID. If you see in this two, the common information is product ID and quantity. See here, the quantity. These are the two common information I'm having. Now what I will do, I'm going to import this two data to my Tableau and see the relationship, what is happening. Okay, so we'll go for this Tableau. Text file. I'll select stock summary, open. In the same location, if I have some other data, even that is listed. See here, automatically column is taken. Suppose I want the sales, I'll drag and drop since I have it in the same location. Now you can see this. The other data is also getting updated. So even through the tab, it is supported. Try this two data to input and build the data relationship and tell me whether it is working for you or not.
Now, if I add the second data source, it's not, the first data source is not visible.
What do you get?
I did stock first and then sales. When I did sales, stock disappeared.
Is it not showing here the relationship?
No, no.
Okay. Try to click and drag again and show me. See what it is displaying for you.
Now it shows.
Oh, good. Okay. Now see, the two relationship is built. Now these are the source of methods how you will be bringing the data. Okay. Now what we will see, we will understand the data type. Okay. Allotrosis. Okay. Now what we will do, we will understand what is data type. I'll go for this Tableau. I'll open again. Now what I'll do, Microsoft Excel, you have the sample superstore. Sample superstore, open that. I will not use the same sample store which is available here, because there are some settings which we would have already worked in other classes. I would have made it, some settings, some changes I would have done. I don't want to use that again. Okay, so now what I'll do, I got this data and you have these options updated here. There are few null values also. So we will see, wait, why we have this null values. So date is not given. Okay. Let me try this. I'll import the data. Microsoft Excel, sample superstore. Okay. So here it says null. Null. So you can change it, but now as of now what I'll try to say you is, I'll give you the other date, other data which is clean for the next class. Now we will just understand what is data type. Okay, we will just understand what is data type and how it is going to work. This we will see. Whenever we import a data, this data will get divided into two parts. What two parts it will get divided? As dimension and measures. As dimensions and measures. Okay, let me explain you here. So data type will get divided into dimension and then measures. Now, what is dimension and what is measures? Dimension will be something related to text. Instead of text, we can take it here as string. It can be a string, it can be a date, it can be a place. Okay, so all this information will come under dimension. When it comes to measures, it will be a values. So this values can be a whole number, it can be a percentage, it can be a decimal value. Okay, so anything. In simple, this is just, you will be having a characters in this, you will be having a numbers in this. This is what you will be having. And this dimension will be in a blue color, measures will be in a green color. So this will be in blue color, for your identifications, and this is going to be in a green color. Okay, let me show you. Now see, all these values are in a blue color. When I scroll this, you can see the numbers, ash symbol, right? This and all is in which one? This and all is in your values, green color, the symbol. So now see ABC. What is ABC? ABC is a string. That means it is a letters. Here I have a calendar. Calendar is what? It is a date. Now see here, this is what? This is a string. This is a calendar. Calendar means it is a date, or it can be a date with the clock symbol, then date and time. Again here shift date, again it is a date format, string format. Globe sign you are having. Globe means this is by default it is taking here as string. Globe means there is some geographical place. So if you observe this globe sign, you have it for country, city, state, postal code, as well as for the latitude, longitude if you have that information. But observe the changes when you have a region is not having a globe sign. Why? Region is not a place, it is a direction, right? Region is not a place, it is a direction, so it is considered as a text. And see the postal code area wise, so it is area, it is having an area defined here, so it will say take it as globe. And here then I come here with ABC. This is category, subcategory, and the product name. Even this is having what? It is a text value string. Observe now, this is having a numbers, this is having a percentage, right? Discount is in a percentage, ratios is in a percentage, quantities. So any numbers, whether it is a whole number, whether it is a percentage, whether it is a decimal value, everything will have a hash sign. Hash sign means it is a numbers, it is a numbers, it is a default numbers value, whole number. Okay, and see, if you see this, it is equals to and then a hash sign, equals to and the hash sign. So by default, with my data information available, it has calculated profit ratio itself. So calculation is done. When there is a calculation done, it will show you with the equals to sign. When no calculation, directly hash. Okay, so you can observe this. It is in blue color. Numbers are in green color. Go to sheet 1. Here you can see the dimensions. Dimensions. Dimensions is having in a blue color. Measures is having in a green color. Here, observe the changes. check all the measures and details. Even go to sheet 1 and see. If you file, if you can understand the text and string, just see to that. I'll give you 2 minutes to observe this data. Now tell me, do you have any doubts till here what I have covered? If you have any doubts, you can ask me. Ma'am, can you repeat please? Zunaira said, what you want me to repeat, ma'am? I'm seeing a message now. I don't know whether I've repeated it or not. I'm not sure. So can you tell me which one you want, which part of the topic do you want me to repeat? I'll repeat it. Okay. So done. That means I have repeated it. So what about others? Does anybody has a doubt? Fine then. So I'm just trying to explain to you about the data types. So working on Tableau, creating a charts, calculations. This we will start in our next class. Okay, I've shown you all the data types. and whichever you want to keep the files, you can keep it for. And which file we are going to work from tomorrow onwards, I'll share that file. You can keep it separately, that file also. Fine. I'll rename the file, whichever I'll be sharing you. By tomorrow, I'll share it. You can refer that, download it, keep it for the reference, so that from tomorrow onwards, we will use only one file until we learn everything. Once we finish this, when we enter into a case study, how to do the other data sets, other problems, that we will see. Clear? Find that.
Yes.
Good. Thank you for your response. So in that case, we'll have a, I am not sure whether we have a class tomorrow or not. It will be posted in your WhatsApp group, whether we have it or not. Okay. And we'll see. I'll keep updated. If we have a class tomorrow or not, it will be updated in the WhatsApp group. You can refer that. If not tomorrow, we will have a class day after tomorrow and we will continue this class. Then Merry Christmas to everyone. Enjoy well. Okay. See you in the next session. Bye everyone.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye bye.